Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. This is Papa Bale, and I am working with a pulse motor. I kind of have this, it's a pulse motor generator. I have it set up pretty much the way I want it to. We have two drives, both 20 gauge, 666 turns, with a 30 gauge trigger for each one. We have two SG circuits to drive the two coils, which have pickup coils of 16 gauge run in series, so you're hitting it from both sides when it's good. It's 180 degrees for both of these. And then there are four generator coils. One moment. Alright, be good, little kitty. So I'm just going to move this with my finger and we'll see what happens. That is amazing. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but it still blows my mind every time. And that's the DC version. We are hooked up to a full bridge rectifier. Alright, so we'll stop it and we'll turn it on. And we're going to slowly increase the voltage. We'll turn it up to 5.8. It's the first motor that I've actually had that works. It's like when I tell it to work. Look at that, we're already up to 2 amps. 120 volts of DC. .3 volts in. .150 volts, starting to level out and around 158, 160. 3.5 amps being generated. And that is DC amps through the full bridge rectifier. That is amazing. I'm almost wondering, because that is literally like, I want to say almost 600 watts. That is freaking spectacular. I'm not sure those readings are right. But then again, this is not being... The 4 generator coils are totally separate from the 4 drive coils. 100% separate. If anything, they're getting some resonant energy, which is totally fine. It's not obscure. They're pickup coils that are being used as generator coils, so of course that's okay. That's what they're supposed to do. Alright, we are now 10 volts in. Crazy good energy coming off of this thing. Almost 200 volts DC. I wonder what our AC reading would be, but we're not doing that right now. I have to unhook the bridge rectifier. Do a lot of things. Alright. That is really, really cool. Almost 4 amps coming off of this thing. And 180 volts of DC electricity. So I'm going to tone it down and I'm going to explain how that's even possible when all I had was 9.1 volts going in and 0.4 amps total. Now, I'm not saying over unity, I'm not saying that at all. If I was going to say that, I would have frickin' said it already. All right, what I am saying is that you can arrange the copper, the physical elements of your motor. Doesn't have anything to do with math or whatever you're doing in your head. You can do it mathematically, but all I have to do is really look. 666, 666, 250, 250. That's the total amount of copper turns in the drive. So that's literally like, let's just call it 2,000 total turns. Okay? 11,500. 10,000. 18,000. And 3,333. These are all 32 gauge, and this is a 26 gauge coil, and they all have, except for this one, iron cores. And you're still thinking it's 32 gauge, so what? It's got an iron core. There's no way it can generate that much current. And normally I would say you're absolutely right. My meter's screwed up or anything like that, but this 26 gauge coil and having all this energy run through the 32 gauge and then just pop into this 26 gauge coil is going to expand. And that's what's happening. The current now has a place to go and it's going there. But what's really, seriously, 11,500, 18,000, so that's virtually like 30,000 turns, 29,500, plus 10,000, it's 40,000 turns, plus 3,000, so virtually like 44,000 turns of copper. Bingo. There you go. We're 2,000 to 44,000. You do the math on that. Even though the gauges are different, do the math on that too. Do a gauge conversion, if there is such a thing. But if you do all the math, it's going to add up to be that you find out that stacking the copper high on one side is what's doing everything. Doesn't make sense to stack a copper on the drive side, in my opinion. As soon as you get beyond a certain point in ohms or whatever the resistance, it ceases to function the way it's supposed to. So I think for the drive should be short and sweet, and the generator should be long and have more turns in it. Thank you very much. Peace out. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Bye now.